Welcome. This is Crimey Queen, and if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells firm within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile, makes us laugh. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. So, the crimson light is our journey to actualizing self-full love. This is where we are having fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. Now, if you're new to this channel, this is Mother Eve. This is Mother Eve. This is Mother Eve expressing the I am that I am from Moses and God's interaction on Mount Sinai. On Mount Sinai, we was Moses asking of God, who should I say it is that has given me this command or whatever messages that I have to convey to the children of Israel? And it said, I am that I am. Okay, so now we see that I am, of course, we use this all the time to express ourselves. I am, we say I am regarding to ourselves. Now, whatever we add behind this, it really does not take away the equation of the I am that I am, because I am equals 5. It's as if that there is that deliberate stamp in our language, in our recognition of who we are, or sense of self, or perception of ourselves. We still refer to ourselves as I am, and meaning it's that. That also equals that equals 13. 13 is 4. Now 4, when I started these sessions, these presentations, my very first presentation was of the elder presence. Presence equals 4. Now I am really very happy to be. It's like I've been doing cycles on top of cycles and into cycles with the number 4, and that has not been intentionally. But however, this is how the beautiful thing about being in flow and working with intuition. As I mentioned, intuition. We work with intuition as one of the instrumental spiritual elders, I should say. We work with waters. Waters equal 5. Intuition as well, I believe, equal 5. Yes, let's just do intuition quickly. I have done intuition before, but intuition. Okay, so this is 22. I have done this. This is 9, 3, 2, 5, and 9. So we count from here. This is 12, and 7 is 19, and 9 is 28. So 28. Of course, 8 and 2 is 10, and so this is 5. So intuition is 50, hence it is 5. So that's correct. So we have been, and that is intuitively picking on these words or choosing these words which had been presented to us, of course, because this is what we can relate to. This is what has been key to our evolution. I know on my part that I have notice that when I use or follow my intuition, it always reveals some truth or some light, and whether it's something I like or not, but it seemed to really reflect that way. So here we have intuition. And water, for instance, we know we are about 70-80% of water, we are told, of course, and that is evident because the second thing that God did in creation, or the first thing of the observation that happened, we could say, is when God looked on the face of the waters. And it was so the face of the waters, that was saying water was already there. Now this is the I'm getting excited here. Waters was already there. It's saying, and God looked on the face of the deep. No, on the face of the waters, or the face of the deep, but waters was already there, and He divided the waters from the waters. He said, let there be light, and let there be all of those things, but waters. And it's not water, it's waters. Waters equals 5. And here, water is that, we could say it's that feminine aspect. Of course, we could see the evidence even in our makeup. We cry much easier than men do. Or even if that's how we have been conditioned somehow, we could say, for men not to cry and for women to cry. But, this is how it has happened. But waters, it's like the emotion, it signify emotions, it signifies, of course, it's life equals 5 as well. So there we are seeing that, and this gives more credence to the point I am making, that Eve had to be, the first Eve was in existence before Adam, that who a rib was taken out of his side to create Eve, his wife. So no, there was another Eve before. There was the mother of mothers had existed before. And so, of course, if we were to really understand it that way, it would seem that it would throw a different light on the whole story that we have been taught. In fact, we would be able to examine that story in a different light. And of course, perhaps choosing which of the lights that God had created, whether it's the heavens, and it's no wonder, we know that there was greater light and there was the lesser light. Which light are we seeing, or have we been seeing this story through? That is the question. Have we been really looking at this story from another light or from both lights to be able to make sense of what is really important to us for our evolution? It is important, if you wonder. It is important, yes, because when we haven't got the truth that is necessary for our evolution, there's an essence of something is distorted. We can't really see our way through in the way that would really help us to evolve as better expressions and versions of who we truly are. There is a desire in us wanting to be expressed, but yet if we are not going to be I was going to say, if we are not going to be bold enough to really examine an issue and looking at it from different perspective, because looking at it from this different perspective does not really change the actual thing. It's our perception that we are changing. It's our perception of how we make sense of that thing that is in question. So, because everything is there, it is our perception of how we are viewing that thing. So, perhaps again, I'm going to concentrate on really having very short presentations. So I have done a presentation that shows when we learn about the apple, that Eve ate of an apple, but we see here that apple actually equals 5. Have I done this correctly? Yeah, let's just do this quickly. So this is 5 and 3 is 8, and 8 and that's 7 and 7 and 14 and 1 15. So 15 and 8, 15 and 8. 15, I'll just add it. 15 is 1, 5 is 6, so that would be 14. So this is this is the wonderful, so this is 14. Apple is actually 14. And when we add 14 together, it's 5. So that was correct. So I better leave this 5 here just to remind myself. So let's have 5 here, so it can stay in the brain, because this is really delicious. This is the deliciousness of the apple. It's 5, and being 5 puts you in this dimension. So here we are saying you are what you eat, and perhaps this is what I'm going to call this presentation. You are what you eat. In fact, it really ought to be the presentation for I'm looking at Christ, and I'm looking at the maid with Abraham and Sarah. Okay, let me not get too carried away, but this is it. You are what you eat. I'm going to call it "You Are What You Eat." An apple number 5. This is really delicious. So there we are, and this the apple of the eye, because when the eye is open, this is the apple. We see that the eye is open right here. Okay, so I think that's enough on this presentation. Of course, we are looking at waters as well, so I'm going to have to find words that really encapsulate the water, the waters, when God divided the waters from the waters. So basically, there was a mass of waters already. Waters is emotions and life, and perhaps, like once one person did say that God, he kind of felt it was dark, and he felt there was the emotion part of it. Of course, that makes sense. Everything has a seed. We have emotions because God has given us that means to create that emotion, how we can make sense with that emotion. This is the motion. When God the Spirit of God moved upon the waters, that meant motion. In fact, I'm going to explore motion in the next presentation. So perhaps we will say, "You are what you do." Okay. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have found it fun and, of course, insightful. All right. So if you like this presentation, click the like button and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualize in self-full love. In the meantime, stay blessed, stay bright and blissful, and be a field, because we are planting new seeds. Stay ignited. Namaste. And spill over with love.